Okay, so this is question 1. In what ways do your media products use, develop, or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? So Carol Vanellis, the theorist, says that music videos in general don't always follow a strict narrative structure. So she says that sometimes they're quite disjointed and they wouldn't be shot in a similar way that, say, a film would, for instance. They often use jump cuts and things to sort of show that there's no strict time frame of the video. It's more like the events sort of happen without a strict narrative.
Yeah.
So in our video, we've sort of challenged this in a way. We do have a narrative that does sort of follow through the thing, but we don't always follow the narrative structure. Like in the choruses, we break down the narrative structure completely, and that's like completely montage based before going back to the narrative that we set up. And Vanellis also says that usually videos have a balance between narrative and performance. So some videos contain the actual artists themselves sort of performing, and that'll be balanced out by other narrative events happening. We challenge this because we have no performance by any artist in our video. Ours is purely narrative, with characters and montage sequences, without the artist appearing in it at all.
So we have Goodwin's theories and application. So Goodwin has a theory that there's 3 main factors or features in music videos. So you have the application, the illustration, and the disjuncture. Our music video follows the disjuncture kind of theory, that the song and the video aren't connected, as our song is playing as almost a soundtrack to what's happening in our film, rather than it illustrating what's happening in our film. He also has a theory that the artist is usually shown in the video in some point, like Vanellis, but our artist isn't shown at all. Rather, representations of maybe our artist or their audience are shown. He also says that music videos usually follow a verse-chorus kind of structure, which our music video does, as there's a clear divide between the verse and the chorus shown in the music video.
Okay, so there are some videos that we've been influenced by in this. Gunship by Tech Noir, which is shown here, and Burn the Witch by Radiohead, both have sort of claymation, and these are from more niche genres. They're not like mainstream things, and we found that claymation is used a fair bit in those kind of videos. Lee Hardcastle, who did the Gunship video, also we were interested in his sort of filming style and his camera work. The types of shots that he uses, sort of a more film-like than music video style, which is good for sort of narrative structure that we have in ours. And the LSC video by ASAP Rocky, we're also very interested in that aesthetically in terms of like the colours and the sort of, it's also sort of disjuncture. So we were inspired by these things.
Okay, so we have got genre conventions. So our the genre that we chose is kind of called the no genre type of genre, which means that there's more freedom to create and make art within your music. So as it's an art/concept based genre, it allows for more storytelling through the videos to be created. So usually there's a vague relation between the lyrics and the videos in our genre. So we took inspiration from people such as Kate Renanda or Jazz Cartier, who usually don't show kind of any relation between their lyrics and what's happening in their music videos.
So how conventional are our ancillary products? So our digipack and things like that do follow the conventions of our genre. Like we said before, we have that sort of very sort of concept-based thing. And since we're going for the sort of art thing, the fact that we've used just art without presenting the artist in any way follows the conventions there. There's also no information about the artist on the digipack at all. Like the artist isn't shown. They're not sort of there's not like a section about them or anything. They're just represented by this sort of astronaut figure on the front, which is quite unconventional. Well, it's quite conventional to the genre, but unconventional in general. We've also got very conventional features of any album cover, like our record label logo, barcode, and extra websites and things. These things have to be on it, but they're sort of they're sidelines, like they're not.
Yeah,
we try and make them sort of.
Yeah, they don't impose on the.
Yeah, we just try and make them
genre. But you can also say that our cover is quite conventional as well, because there is a representation of our artist. They are just not like shown as a physical person. And we decided to do this so that our audiences could relate to the artist and could project themselves, which is a theory that someone uses. The artist that they want to project. Oh God, what are they called? I can't remember. Oh well, we'll do this again. That they the audiences want to project themselves onto the artist. So yeah, so we use that. So which conventions did you use and which did you challenge? So we decided to stick with the aesthetics that are explored in other music videos in the genre. So kind of following the synth pop or taking inspiration from different genres and putting them into our video. We also use the kind of editing style, which is quite conventional, which Vanalis explores as well. So editing in time of the music is a genre convention in the hip hop genre, or in the kind of electro hip hop genre that we were kind of following as well. The idea of non-linear narrative that Vanalis explores, we also use that, and that's quite conventional as well in the genre that we're using. And also the verse chorus structure that Goodwin explores as well.
So again, in the digipack, we've got the very conventional features, like we said about the sort of logo, artist being shown, song list, acknowledgements, but we do sort of break a few conventions, like not showing the artist's face and not having information about them. It's very conventional in terms of the focus of the thing, in terms of the art and the concept, like the art style and the colours and things that we've used are very conventional to the genre, and the fact that it's purely sort of art focused is quite conventional for the genre.